Join me as I dive deep into the concept of in-group bias and challenge myself to uncover why we favor our own group. In-group bias is a fascinating phenomenon where people favor their own group over others, and it's incredibly relevant in society today. It's a fundamental aspect of human nature that can have significant consequences, from influencing our daily interactions to shaping the fabric of our communities. When we favor our own group, we often unwittingly discriminate against others, and this can lead to social division and conflict. In-group bias can manifest in subtle ways, such as preferring to work with people from our own cultural background, or gravitating towards others who share our political beliefs. But it can also have devastating consequences, like perpetuating inequality and fueling social unrest. In-group bias can affect anyone, regardless of their background or intentions. For instance, research has shown that doctors are more likely to refer patients to specialists from their own racial group, even when it means the patient receives subpar care. It's a stark reminder that in-group bias can have real-world implications that affect people's lives. Furthermore, in-group bias can distort our perception of reality, leading us to overestimate the quality of our own group and underestimate the abilities of others. This can have severe consequences in areas like hiring, education, and even criminal justice, where biased decisions can have a lasting impact on individuals and communities. At its core, in-group bias stems from our deep-seated desire to belong and feel connected to others. Evolutionary perspectives suggest that this stems from our ancient need to form coalitions and protect ourselves from external threats. Social identity theory also plays a role, as we tend to define ourselves by the groups we belong to and strive to maintain a positive sense of self. For example, have you ever found yourself cheering for a sports team simply because they're from your hometown? Or maybe you've found yourself gravitating towards people who share your alma mater. These are subtle manifestations of in-group bias, where our sense of belonging and identity influence our behavior. One particularly striking example of in-group bias is the Robbers Cave experiment, conducted by psychologist Muzaffar Sharif in the 1950s. In this study, a group of young boys were divided into two teams and put in competition with each other. What ensued was a shocking display of in-group bias, as the boys readily formed alliances, displayed hostility towards the opposing team, and even resorted to vandalism. The experiment was later replicated with staggering results, highlighting just how pervasive in-group bias can be. It's a powerful reminder that our unconscious biases can have a profound impact on our behavior and decision-making. In the Stanford prison experiment, participants were randomly assigned to play the role of prisoners or guards in a simulated prison environment. What emerged was a breathtaking display of in-group bias, as the guards began to exhibit sadistic behavior towards the prisoners, simply because they belonged to a different group. Studies like these demonstrate the far-reaching implications of in-group bias, from influencing our daily interactions to shaping the very fabric of our societies. In conclusion, in-group bias is a complex and pervasive phenomenon that affects us all. By acknowledging its existence and understanding its roots, we can work towards a more inclusive and empathetic society. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear about your experiences with in-group bias in the comments below. If you're interested in exploring more fascinating topics in social psychology, be sure to check out our other videos.